Yo guys, I know it's been quite a while, so welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel 3. It has been quite a while. I think it's been at least over a month since I did my last part. But we're back, and please mind how bad I might be playing, since I am switching back to Japanese controls, so I am gonna be a little bit rusty as to what is my controls, cause yeah. So I remember last time we were about to challenge this girl to Blade, so let's do that. So they're just cheering like, yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, no, we're gonna play her in some Blade. Oh wait, I gotta press R2 for Blade. So we can go back right into it. So let's see if I remember how to play Blade. So for this part, I am gonna keep it shorter, since I haven't done too many long recordings recently. So I do want to keep it just a tad bit shorter, so I can kind of warm up my voice and not have to overly strain it too much like I was before. So last part, I believe we left off. We left off in Palm. Like obviously we're over here in Palm right now. So I think we're still chapter 1, I believe. Yes, we are. I'm looking at my old parts. So we did not hit any of the goals, guys. Come on, seriously. I'm just joking. I'm just joking, guys. I'm just joking. So I would really appreciate to see if we can hit some of those goals, guys, on the light goals. So this pretty much is over right now. That was a fast game of Blade. So there's that, and you can fish over here if you want. But we're gonna meet someone from the first game, and you might remember her because she had this green hair, cough cough, and her name sounds like a flavor ice cream. Oh, did we already do that? Yeah, I guess we did it already. I don't remember what we did last part. It's been over a fucking like month. Okay, there's that side quest, and then we can do the main quest. So for this, this guy needs something to build some cloth, so we're gonna help him. Oh fuck! I'm so like I'm pressing X because to confirm, but that's in English standard, so we're playing Japanese, so it's the other way around. Ugh, I keep forgetting that every single time. So this is the Vanden Trading Hall. I won't skip this too much, but this is where Kurt's family trains. I'm gonna actually fast forward. This really isn't too important. It's just kind of giving more backstory to Kurt. Yeah, we're gonna fast forward this. Excuse me if I'm fast forwarding too much, guys. Like, I literally finished Tokyo Jandu like in 2 weeks just because I'm fast forwarding. After you play it one time, I don't feel like there's a need to actually play a game with the story again, unless the story is like fucking amazing. Tokyo Jandu, for the most part, was an amazing story. But I just kind of get tired. Like when you're trying to speedrun games and platinum it pretty quickly, it becomes a little bit tiresome to watch pretty much everything again. So I'm gonna go over here, pick up this. Oh, I'm hitting the total wrong button. Oh my god, I'm doing it again. I'm hitting X right now. It's supposed to be a circle. So I'm gonna pick up. That's what he needs. You can head over here. So I remember last parts, we actually did grind more than needed, so there's no real reason for me to grind anymore in this chapter alone. You can technically do it in the next part. I'll show you where, but it's not as effective as the boss grind I was showing you earlier. Okay, just fast forward back to the city. That was a little silly, because we need to go all the way back. In order to finish the side quest, we need to go back to Sanct. Oh, whoops. Wrong buttons. We're gonna head here, and we're gonna wanna head, I think, in here. Please do excuse me. I'm kind of. It has been quite a while in this game since I played it. So, talk to this woman over here, and you will finish the side quest once you go back to him. So I know I previously stated that I'm not doing 100% playthrough for this, but if people really do want me to, if you want to know, I have the links to the Japanese wiki guide, because I'm not gonna post my guide to this until the English version of the game comes out, possibly. Just for the sake, because I just want the people that do the Japanese guide to get all the credit, because I did use a little bit of the Japanese guide just for small parts, but most of the time I didn't use it. I pretty much found everything by myself, since it's it's a Trails game. I play a lot of this, and I search every single corner for every single small secret in the game, guys. Like, you have to understand that. I look for everything in the game. So technically, you can know areas you can't go to in this game is because if they don't have a name right over here, you can't see it. So if you see an entrance like that, you can go through it. So I think what they probably be doing with this game is they want to limit you, because they're probably going to do it in the fourth game. And I know I haven't made any videos about the fourth game yet and their announcements. I plan to do that later in the future, but as of this moment right now, I don't have any plans for doing, you know, a video on Trails of Cold Steel 4, because pretty much I can talk about my opinions right now about it. So they basically said, the director said, Trails of Cold Steel 4 is going to be the final game. They wanted to have the third game as the final game, but there's too many storylines that they couldn't wrap up with in time for the third game, and it's pretty evident with this game, seeing as how this game legitimately only has 4 chapters, very, very small. When playing Tokyo Jean, dude, like, that game felt amazing. It had 8 chapters, an intermission, plus an epilogue, and if you look kind of the EX Plus version, it has another epilogue plus. So I really felt Trails of Cold Steel 3, like, I love Trails of Cold Steel 3, don't get me wrong, but I felt like there could have been much, much more to this game, and it felt kind of like it was a little bit rushed, and that's why it's a little bit worrying for me for Trails of Cold Steel 4, coming out within basically what is essentially a year from Trails of Cold Steel 3. But I mean, you have the game's infrastructure ready to go. You're going to reuse a lot of assets, a lot of areas. I don't think it's going to be bad. I just kind of a little bit worried, because to be honest, this game has a lot of polish to it. There's probably only one glitch in the game, and it's kind of trophy broken, but they fixed it literally within a week of the game releasing, so it's not that bad. If you guys didn't know, the bug was if you go New Game Plus, you lose Titania, the Master Quartz Titania. So if you didn't get all the Master Quartz in the game, you can't get the trophy. But they fixed that already, so that's long gone. So that was pretty much the only bug in the game. So for this, I actually don't know what this is referencing. This was supposed to be like a grave or monument to something. But Mint said earlier there's some mechanics running around, mechanisms running around, and these are 2 of them, 2 out of the 3. So we are gonna fight them. Skip that. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Altina. And Kurt got paralyzed in the process. Oh, Reen got paralyzed as well too. Well, I'm gonna heal anyway, so we're just gonna have Yuna just break them. So I'm gonna enjoy this for once in a while, since I haven't really actually watched this in a while. So if people do want me to use some of the DLC costumes, just let me know, because I can buy them again, buy the other ones too as well. Yeah, that's once again we're, if you don't remember, we are on New Game Plus, so pretty much I can burn anything right now in the early game. So my hopes for Trails of Cold Steel 4, I hope they do you know, like whenever they add a new system, they always try to break something with the system, and at first I thought Brave Orders couldn't get bad, but then you legitimately have like fucking Kurt and Sarah who can break Brave Orders, and it's just like, it's so broken. I wish they wouldn't have like a broken system where you can basically one phase any boss in the game. And you can do that. I one phase the final boss of this game on the hardest difficulty, and it's pretty easy. So like I said before, there was 3. This is the last one. And because they're tired, they can't do anything. And Altina can't put up the shield in time. So you see here our first true taste of Reen's demon form in this game. So I will, in past games, I've said Reen's demon form has pretty much been useless out of story context, and you would be right. In this game, it gives a significant boost to your S-Craft. So what people like to do, and I personally like to do, is pop Zeren powders on Reen when he's in that form, in order to basically just constantly S-break, because you get a significant boost to strength in the S-Craft this time around, and it's very, very much worth it. So You still get the restriction of 3 turns, of course, like last game. You can only be in it for 3 turns for 100 CP. But this time around, they even at 100%, they significantly buffed the damage on your S-Craft break. So it actually has become worthwhile in this game. So you will see me to use that later on when the time comes, if need be. Because I don't plan on wasting any Zerum powders on this run, or at least try not to. We'll see. But getting back to Trails of Cold Steel 4, yeah, man, I'm really excited for it. Especially they said it's supposed to come out next year, the same time as Trails of Cold Steel 3 came out. So pretty much winter times. I think September, October, November. I can't remember when Trails of Cold Steel 3 actually came out. It's been quite a while. I think the game shouldn't let me fast travel, I think, at this point. Oh, it is letting me fast travel, okay. Okay, what am I supposed to be doing right now? Hold on. Oh, yes, I'm supposed to go over there. Yes, I do remember now what I'm doing. Okay, hold on one second. We're going to the inn, we're gonna recover. So yeah, I would have used, I wouldn't have wasted time recovering if I used, whatchamacallit, Reen or Kurt, because I have the emblem Master Quartz on, so it automatically regens my CP, so that would have been nice. Would have is the keyword. Keywado. Okay, let's move on. So, we're gonna meet a familiar face on this road. On the road to Viridian City. Past my friends along the way. On the road to Viridian... Oh, we're gonna see someone else first before we see this other person I'm thinking of. Okay, enough panning porn. Oh, we're not gonna see him yet? Okay. I thought we would see him right there in that cutscene. Oh my god, I'm forgetting the controls. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's been quite a while. So I know there's a treasure chest over here. We're gonna grab it no matter what. U material. So for the most part, U material is actually very useful in this game. It's for all your other characters, spoilers, that aren't your main class 7. Will use U material to upgrade their equipment, and pretty much you can use U material to create Zemiria Orb, which is pretty much whatchamacallit, run limited. But also the most important thing is you can make Divine Knight consumables with U material. So U material in this game, it has become significantly more important. So I don't know if I ever said anything about that. And what I picked up there was a key item, which was Ichigo, which is strawberries. So you can give that to somebody when you're in a hot spring later on, in the hot spring thingy mabobber. So you'll see it later. So if you don't remember who this is Annabelle from one of the noble houses. She likes to fish. So she and Kenneth were always buddies, and she would be our fish vendor in the second game. So she was always hungry for fishing. So, and in this game, you don't really see Annabelle or Kenneth get together. Spoiler alerts. I'm just gonna say that up to you right now. There is no them getting together, as you would kind of suspect from the last mission you do in the game for Trails of Cold Steel 2 for them, when you have to do the Lake Lord fishing challenge. I would say go watch my Let's Play, but I took that Let's Play down. So I do intend to re-record everything from Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2 with or without the remastered version when it comes out. So I do plan on doing that. Also have a bunch of games lined up for Let's Plays. I'm thinking Tales of Berseria, Tales of Zestiria, Tokyo Jandu, Persona 5, whatever you guys pretty much want. You can just let me know if what game you want me to see me kind of play. So for the most part, I do caveat things where I say I will be doing New Game Plus and all of those, because I don't want to be here doing a Millennium, like 100 something parts, and just making you guys wait through rubbish the whole time. I personally don't like those playthroughs. When I see someone do that, it's very boring, and they don't add any commentary or anything too much for the most part. So there's a reason why I do New Game Plus as a caveat to most of my Let's Plays. Oh, shit, I didn't mean to engage him. Well, good thing I have like a fucking like 80 something smoke bombs. So what I'm doing there is I'm just using smoke bomb. It's an item, and it's basically 100% escape rate, and it's very nice in this game, seeing as how that used to be you had to go through the item menu. Instead of now in this game, it's so nice that you can just hit escape, then just choose that as an item. So I think we hit every single treasure chest in the area, if I do recall. So, and here we are. So this is the place where I don't know if people will remember. I highly doubt people will remember since my Let's Play has been so long ago. This is where Patrick Hjarm's father said this place is restricted. You guys can't go there, but we're gonna need a permit to get there. So we're going here now. So this is the path to Hamel, the place that was raided a long time ago. And this is pretty much where most of the storylines will converge in this game. So it was a very strategic choice to choose Hamel as one of the places to go in the first chapter. And to be honest, I don't mind this. This first chapter, to me, still doesn't beat the first chapter, Trails of Cold Steel 1. That chapter, to me, was probably the best chapter to start off the game with. Because most people know my opinions. Trails of Cold Steel 1 starts off on a really high note, goes really low until chapter 4. Simply because I hated chapter 2, it's pretty bad. Then Nordhighlands. And of course everybody knows Nordhighlands is probably one of the worst chapters in the game. And the most hated chapter. I can tell you any Trails of Cold Steel player will hate Nordhighlands. If anyone loves it, you're not a Trails fan. And pretty much everyone knows my opinion on Trails of Cold Steel 2. It starts off really bad until you get to chapter 2. And if you don't remember, chapter 1 is broken up into 3 parts, and then there's an intermission, then chapter 2 is broken up into 3 parts, and the end game. So, just like you know, there's a gate saying caution, can't come through. But something doesn't seem alright. Mechanisms are here to attack us. Okay, we're gonna fast forward this, so we're basically gonna be attacked by mechanisms right over here. And we are just gonna pump out S-brakes. So this fight, if you're playing on your first time, actually kind of challenging. I wouldn't say super. And that's pretty much it. Ugh. Yeah, that was easy. And we're gonna meet someone pretty much we all should remember, but has become more or less useless in this game. So actually, if you pretty much thought you would have to fight again, that would suck, because you pretty much those two things were pretty challenging. So obviously Rain thinks since they can't beat all 3, he would just use his demon form. So if you don't recognize that voice immediately, it's everyone's favorite blue-haired girl from the first 2 games, Laura. So I don't know, I haven't translated everything 100%, so I think she's supposed to have finished her RC training, so she has finished that from the second game, because if you don't remember, from the second game, she went to train with her father after the end of the game in the mountain regions. So I don't know if the training is 100% complete. So, sad news to you, everybody in this game. Laura is pretty much not good at all. She's nowhere near as the powerhouse she was in the first game, and the first 2 games. Laura pretty much has been power crept by 2 characters that you barely will ever play in this game. One we'll get in this chapter, and one we'll only get to play as pretty much 2 times. So, whenever we get Laura, she's not actually that great. So I still like Laura, of course. So obviously she's one of the 3 main heroines in this game, according to the true end, or I shouldn't say the true end, but the festival ticket later on in the game. So they haven't, of course, they haven't seen each other for a year. So of course she's gotten a little bit more bold. Then of course Kurt knows who Laura is since he's part of the Vanders. So if you don't know, remember Laura SRC'd. Our main DPSer in the first 2 games, and pretty much an afterthought in this game. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now, pretty much Yuna can out DPS her in this game easily, very, very easily. And the problem with most of the original Class 7 in this game is the fact, due to gameplay design, where you don't get them in your team. So the problem is you don't get them in your main team, so their levels are very, very erratical. And they don't get them their good equipment because only the main people in this game actually get equipment, so your main Class 7. So she pretty much gets outclassed super hard in this game. So there's really no point too much to use her, other than pretty much one boss fight in the last chapter of the game. Which you're required to use her, by the way. You're required to use every single character in this game, so it's a kind of theme that I'm seeing Nihon Falcom go towards in most of these games, especially like Tokyo Jandu. You were forced to use every single person in one of the most important fights in the game, and they're definitely doing that with this game as well too. But we'll get there when we get there in like another 40 or so parts. I have no idea how long this Let's Play is gonna get, because I think I finished the other Let's Plays in under 30 parts. I don't think I'm gonna do that with this game, seeing as how even this game seems it should be technically shorter than the other games by chapter wise. It really isn't. There is a lot of things to do. I could be fast forwarding this too, to be honest. So as we know now, if you don't remember, we actually have seen 3 of the original Class 7 in this chapter: Laura, Fee, and Elliot. So we can fast forward this. So we are going to head back to the trains. So if you do not, just a little hint, make sure you go back into the Vander training hall and speak to Laura, because that updates her character note. So wait, I'm so used to Tokyo Jandu where I can just press where I can just press where is it? No, that's not the button. That's not the button. That's not the button. What's the button for? No. Now you're gonna see me mess up on everything. What's the button to activate our notes? Oh my god, this is pissing me off. Oh, I'm dumb. I literally pressed everything but the fucking button. So Class 7. Oh, I hit square. I hit X back. So it unlocks her first note. So, okay. At least I remember how to do that now. So that's good. So just talk to her. I think that's pretty much it. Yep, we can head back. And we can head to the final part of this chapter 1. So basically this is saying, you sure you want to go back, or the story's gonna the story's gonna continue. And I hit X again by accident, so I fucking canceled it. Oh, why do Japanese games have to be backwards? Why can't I have it just like one way? Circle is confirm or X is cancel. Just one way, guys. Fuck it. So he's gonna say that 30 minutes from the train. So we are heading back. So this automatically fast travels back to the trains and heads us to nighttime for the last scene in this part to chapter 1. So this part, I do advise you guys, I should have said this beforehand, make sure you heal everyone in Parm before you come here. And make sure you get enough items, because you're going to fight some consecutive fights. I know I'm kind of ruining it, but you're going to have some consecutive fights here right now that are pretty tough if you're not prepared for it. Because if you thought those 2 mechanisms were hard, you are going to be for a rude awakening right here. Because there is no buying items, there is no healing mid items. So if you run out of healing items, you are fucked. I gotta fast forward this a little bit. Oh, and you totally get this awesome scene right here too. I'm not gonna fast forward this. I legitimately can't believe they left this in the game. I'm like, wow. I mean, who takes a shower with a towel on? God damn it. So we're having a little meeting as the teachers right now. So if you don't remember, Randolph, Toa, and Michael over here. God, like, whenever I see Toa now, I just think of Tokyo Jandu. God damn, like, I can't believe they reused just the image of Toa completely. But that's pretty fun. It's nice to see like some cameo appearances in other games. So right now they're just talking about the issues happening in the area, what's going on, and we are gonna fight some familiar faces. Nani? And of course Randy knows that Shirley. So this, if you don't remember, this is part of one of the opening trailers that they Falcom showed off. So they destroyed basically all our Divine Knights. Boom! Boom! Dun 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 dun! Wah! Nannayo? To me, this scene is gonna be kind of bullshit in my opinion, but okay. Oh, you'll see why. You'll see why in a minute. Dokoda. So there she is, Enforcer number, I believe 14. Surely the Bloodstained. I don't remember what her actual title is. I know it's Shirley something. So of course Randy's her older brother. And of course, like we saw earlier, Duvale is here as well. Duvale the Swift. Her new look in the 4th game looks pretty cool. I should have done a video about that. Oh well. We all love Shirley, of course. Okay, 17. I think it's like Shirley the Blood Red or something. I can't remember. Like she just said it right there. I wasn't paying attention. God, I love the music too. It's just the graphics look so bad. The character models look pretty okay, but everything else looks kind of bad. And as a player of Falcom and a fan of them, I know I can deal with it. It's just not it's not, in my opinion, that important. God, but there's so many similarities that this game takes from that Tokyo Jandu kind of helped it with, and I love it so much. So, and this is where I say it's difficult, because we're fighting with all the mechanisms right now. And basically other students will fight these as well too. And pretty much there's no way, I think they should even be able to even defeat them. And you'll see right now that they don't beat anything, because everyone's useless. So basically we're breaking up in team formations, and we're basically the special group to destroy everything. So we have to take the front. So like I said, this is where if you aren't prepared, it's pretty tough in the first game. If you're playing this the first time through, it might be a little bit difficult for you, since these multiple one after another fights that you can't heal, even though there's like legitimately a healing station behind you in the train right over there. I'll show it to you. You can't go back in. Yep, can't go back in. So we saw some dudes coming in. We're helping these guys since they're pretty much useless. Yo, don't shoot me. Don't hit me, bro. That did 1 damage and 0 damage. And we're gonna pop Gungnir. God, this game looks so fucking good. Ragnarok! minutes. I almost thought he lived. Whoa. Excuse me right there. I almost thought he didn't live right there. Ugh. Whoa. I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, thanks for helping, you bitches. You see all those guys down there just getting on their knees, like they can't do anything. Haha, losers. Okay. There you go. Reen's back to max. Oh, he has a guard break. Too bad you can't guard break me, and he did 1 damage. Rest in Pete. Rest in pepperonis. Mitaka. And they're here to assist. So this is pretty much the end. Those 3 fights. That is a little bit difficult if you have problems. So her weapon is fucking dope. Look at that shit. So now, as soon as she comes in, pretty much we're all fucked. The only ones that can actually have a chance are Reen and Randy, of course. I don't think Michael would help. Neither would Toa. But we're gonna see a familiar face soon. Remember those 3 people I was talking about? Here we go. As if we didn't see it, so... Of course, Fee knows about Shirley because they were both bracers. I mean, not bracers, but Jaegers. So, the Sylphie versus the Blood Red. They need a little shot of Fee's panties in the back over there. Then Elliot goes and heals everybody. In my opinion, Elliot is probably nowhere near as good as he was in the first 2 games. Because the role of support in this game has been really nerfed. Over the past couple games, support has been not as useful. And guess who, of course, we just saw is going to help us. So if you don't remember, of course Diwali hates Arseed and Laura Arseed because she's an Arseed. So in this game they will call the Sylphie, which is supposed to be... Oh, no, not Sylphie. They call her Yosei, which is fairy. So that's supposed to be Sylph. So it translates to that if you wanted to know. So they're gonna retreat for now. I honestly don't know what the goal was of this, to be honest. Overall, it didn't make too much sense. It just felt like kind of a set piece just to move along the game towards Tamil. So they're gonna retreat back to who is number, I believe, Enforcer number 2, Leonidas' graveyard or his gravestone. I think it's supposed to be Leonidas or Leonhard. I can't remember which one it was. I know he had multiple names, and he's one who was considered one of the strongest enforcers, along McBurn. And he grew up in Hamel, so that's why they buried him in Hamel as well too. So if you don't, I know he's a major part